In this video, we are going to rock some very cool two-step inequalities. Two-step inequalities have everything to do with solving one-step inequalities and solving two-step equations. So you're going to see a lot of the same kinds of ideas mixed into these problems that you've seen before, which is good. We want to see math as an interconnected whole, not as like these little things to memorize. Let's go into solving two-step inequalities. We're asked to solve and graph each, so we're also going to graph our solutions. What I'm going to do is I'm going to solve each inequality and then we'll go back and we'll graph each inequality answer that we get. So we've got 3m minus 10 is greater than negative 19. First things first, I'm going to treat this like any old equation and isolate m, making sure that if I multiply or divide by a negative number on both sides, we need to switch the inequality signs, as we've seen in a previous video why that works, which is pretty cool. So in this one, I'm going to first undo subtraction of 10, so I add 10 to both sides, plus 10, plus 10. And we see that the minus 10 and plus 10 cancel. We're left with 3m, copying that left-hand side, is greater than negative 19 plus 10, of course, is negative 9. From here, we are going to divide both sides by 3 to isolate m. So I divide this side by 3 and this side by 3. And we're left with the 3's dividing out to give us 1m, or just m, is greater than, we divided by a positive number, so no switching of the signs here. Negative 9 divided by 3 is negative 3. We'll get to graphing this shortly. That's it. You're solving it just like an equation, just keeping in mind that if you multiply or divide by a negative number, the signs switch. And we'll see in the next clip after this one, I'm going to do kind of a two-part video here, what happens when we multiply or divide by negative. And I think you'll be pleasantly surprised with how simple it is to deal with that. Oh my goodness, we've got an inequality where we've got a number on the left and a whole expression on the right. How do we deal? Well, what we basically do is we can either switch up the inequality or just solve it as is. I'm going to choose to solve this as is. Some people will rewrite this as x over 7 minus 8. And then the less than or equal to sign is pointing to, if you will, the x over 7 part, and then over 4. So you can certainly rewrite it and then solve it from there as well. You're going to be doing the same steps. It's just a matter of how you like looking at the inequality. So we're going to undo minus 8 by adding 8 to both sides. The minus 8 and the plus 8 cancel. 4 and 8 is 12, is greater than or equal to x over 7. And then we notice here that we have a variable divided by 7. To undo that, I multiply both sides by 7. Here we go. I'm multiplying both sides by 7 to undo division by 7. Sure enough, we've undone that division, and we're left with x on the right-hand side. And then we have 7 times 12, 84. So looking at that, I like to write my answer as x is less than or equal to 84. So I have not switched the signs, I've merely taken everything and turned it around so that we're reading it from the variable to the number from left to right. Now on to graphing our solutions. To graph our solutions, very simple. We graph it like we have learned in the past how to graph an inequality. You've got m is greater than negative 3, like so. And so I've got an open circle that we're going to put at negative 3 because we are not including negative 3. And we want all numbers m more than negative 3. So that'd be shading in all the numbers to the right of negative 3. That's it. That's all. And those are all the numbers that will work here, right? If I pick something like 7, that's more than negative 3, and I plug it into the original inequality, I'd get 7 times 3 is 21, minus 10 is 11, which is indeed greater than negative 19. Now, that's just one of many, many, many solutions that work. And again, we've got x is less than or equal to 84, so there is our inequality, number line that we're going to use for our inequality, and I'll put 84 here. We are going to include 84, it's or equal to, and then we're going to shade in everything to the left of 84, like so. That's all there is to it, peeps. Now, you know what? I said that I was going to do a second clip and make this a longer video. And even as I'm doing these problems, I'm thinking, you know what? Let's make this a short video. So we're going to end the video here. And then I will make a second video. Check that out. Where we have to deal with the occasion where we have to switch signs of an inequality in solving two-step inequalities. All right, can't wait to see you in that video. Hope this one was helpful. I sure had fun making it.